Hi everyone, welcome back to another hairstyling related video on this channel and thanks for tuning in again. In today's video we're going to tackle the topic of thin hair, which is something that you guys have been requesting a lot, but I've always had issues with this topic because I personally don't have thin hair. Fortunately, I know someone that has thin hair and he also does YouTube. His name is Ben Arthur from the YouTube channel EveryMan, and he has been so kind to compile a couple of tips and tricks for you guys to check out. So needless to say, he's going to do most of the content of this video. I just wanted to let you guys know beforehand that we have also shot a video for his channel as well, which is about the topic of patchy beard growth. So if you want to know more about that, you are very much invited to check out his channel and the video we've done together. Just check the description box down below if you want to know more. Have fun and see you later, guys.
How's it going, dudes? My name's Ben from the YouTube channel EveryMan, and thanks Kai for letting me come and show this video on your channel. As well as my video on his channel, you'll also find one of his new videos on my channel, so make sure after you finish watching this one that you come across and check it out. I've also got loads of videos about hairstyling on my channel, so make sure you come across and drop me a subscribe. But let's crack on with this video because we're going to be discussing a topic that loads of guys have a bit of trouble with, and that is thin hair. And I'm sure you know, if you've got thinner hair yourself, it can be quite frustrating to style. Without any product in my hair, for instance, it just lies flat like it's dead. So if this is the case and this is your hair type, what sort of products can you use to bring it back to life somewhat? Well, in this one, I'm going to be showing you the best types of products to use in my opinion. First, we'll begin with a couple of pre-stylers and then we'll move on to talking about the actual styling products themselves. When it comes to choosing a pre-styler for slightly thinner hair, there's a couple of things to bear in mind. Number one, you want the product to be as light as possible so that you can get plenty of volume without it flattening your hair or ripping out hair strands. A really popular pre-styler on YouTube in general is the Original by EveryMan. Now the problem I've had with this stuff is it's so sticky and quite heavy that it just rips my hair strands out. And if you've got thinning hair, you can't really afford to be losing more. There are alternatives out there that go better with thinner hair. One of which is mousse. Now mousses are super light, you're not going to have any problems with ripping hair strands out. And the great thing with mousses is they make the most of what hair you've got. They're probably the most volumizing out of any product you can get. Apply this to wet hair and then use a hairdryer and you'll be good to go. It's really light and then gives you full volume across your whole head. It is slightly slower to use when compared to like a sea salt spray, for instance, but for me, the difference is worth it. I like this one in particular from Shockwaves because not only is it cheap, but it also has built-in heat protectant, and I feel like this one doesn't leave your hair too dry either. And another more unique option that I've been trying recently is this inflatable jelly stuff. Now this is a product that I've only ever seen by this one brand called Fudge Urban. Again, it's actually very low cost and it comes out to the tub like it's some sort of cream gel, and then you apply it and then it gives very similar results to the mousse. Probably not quite as much volume as the mousses I've used before, but it probably gives you a little bit better hold in the hair, especially after using a styling product. And also it's a tiny bit less messy to use. That's another good second option that really works well if you've got thin or fine hair. That's the pre-stylers covered. Now what are we looking for when it comes to styling products for thinner hair? I've written a list here of the key things to look for, because there are some, because certain types of products really aren't going to work for you. The first one here really is you need to look for a matte finish. As much as you might like the look of a classic slick back greased look, this sort of hairstyle rarely works with guys with thinner hair. The shinier you go with a product, the thinner your hair looks, which isn't a problem whatsoever if you've got really thick hair. But normally, if you're a guy with thinner hair attempting to use a wet look product, you can see straight through to the scalp. And also, I don't find these products to be particularly versatile anyway. A matte finish product helps you to retain the fullness of the hair that you've got. The next thing that I'd say to look for in a product for thinner hair is the product's got to be a little bit sticky. Not super sticky, not like the EveryMan Meraki. You don't want it ripping your hair strands out, but you need something with a bit of grip. Because things that go through really smooth on thinner hair tend to just weigh it down or make it go flat. It becomes really difficult to create any sort of texture in the hair without that grip. A couple of decent options that I've found are a little bit sticky but that work well with my hair are the Da Wax by Dadude, and also the new Wax Zero by Villain. Both of these have a good amount of grip without tons of hairs coming out on the brush, and as a result you get a really good hold. And the third thing to really look for is the product has to be lightweight, and I'd say both of these are quite lightweight anyway, but really I'm making reference to heavier products like a lot of traditional clays. I've tried a huge range of clays in the past because they're arguably the most popular type of product when it comes to men's hairstyling, and they never tend to deliver quite as good as something like a putty or a paste for me. The Cavalier clay by EveryMan is a great example of this. This is a very traditional type of clay, quite a heavy product, and as a result it goes all greasy and weird in my hair, and it's often left with a very boring bland finish. Products that are labelled pastes or putties normally tend to work a bit better. For instance, the Monarch Matte Paste from EveryMan, which I recently reviewed on my channel, this works way better in my hair. It means that you can just retain the volume and control. Or, if you don't want to go for any of these traditional styling products, then one product that works awesomely as a post-styling product for thinner hair is some form of powder. In a lot of cases, this will be all you need once you've finished blow drying. This works really well because it mattifies the hair and really thickens it up. The best one for me is the by Villain Blow because it's got a really cool applicator so that you can shoot it over the top of your hair. This just allows you to get really even coverage for the best styling possible. It's by far the best one I've tried. And because your hair is quite thin to start off with, you don't have to worry about it getting clogged up with the product. So you can really use quite a lot and then get really quite good hold throughout the day. There are cheaper versions of this sort of thing out there without the applicator, but I'd certainly recommend trying one of them. And the final thing that you need is some form of hairspray. Now guys with really thicker hair might not always need hairspray to keep the hair in place. But if you're a guy with thinner hair, you'll probably know your hair is well prone to falling down throughout the day because it doesn't have the density to keep the structure there. It can just end up flopping over, so you need something to pin it in place. If you're not already using some form of hairspray, there's loads of options for guys out there these days. It's well worth trying. And you don't need a lot, just a light misting from about 20 centimeters away. That'll do the trick. So that's my take really on the best sort of products for guys with thinner hair. Many of these tips will also work too if you've got a bit thicker hair. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you press the like button on this one. Thanks to Kai for having me on the channel. Make sure if you're not already subscribed to him that you press the subscribe button. And now that you've finished watching this video, why not come across and watch the video that we've done together on my channel? I'll make sure that Kai links it either on the screen or in the description, so pop across and check out that awesome content too. Cheers for watching guys, and see you on the next one.